Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walah. وبعد عن العرباض بن سارية رضي الله عنه وأرضاه, he said that the Messenger of Allah gave us a sermon by which our hearts were filled with fear and tears came to our eyes. So we said, O Messenger of Allah, it is as though this is a farewell sermon. So counsel us, give us an advice. He sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, I counsel you or advise you to have taqwa of Allah and to listen and obey to your leaders, even if a slave were become your Amir. Verily he among you who lives long will see great controversy. So you must keep to my sunnah and to the sunnah of the Khulafa al-Rashideen, the rightly guided caliphs, those who guide it to the right way. Cling to it, hold into it with your, or bite on it with your molar teeth. Be aware of newly invented matters in religion. For every bid'ah, innovations in religion, is misguidance. It was, this hadith was related by Abi Dawood, and who said it was a good and sound hadith. قال وعظنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم موعظة وجلت منها القلوب وذرفت منها العيون فقلنا يا رسول الله كأنها موعظة مودع فأوصنا. قال أوصيكم بتقوى الله والسمع والطاعة وإن تأمر عليكم عبد فإنه من يعش منكم فسيرى اختلافا كثيرا فعليكم بسنتي وسنة الخلفاء الراشدين المهديين عضوا عليها بالنواجذ وإياكم ومحدثات الأمور فإن كل محدثة بدعة. This hadith is a very sound and authentic hadith. One of the most common hadith. And Imam Al-Hakim rahimahullah reported this hadith in his book Al-Mustadrak. And he said, تتبعت طرق هذا الحديث كلها فوجدته صحيحا من غير علة. I basically checked all the narrations of this hadith and I found a very sound, authentic hadith, no defect or anything that raised doubt about its authenticity. And we spoke about how the maw'idah and what it means to be a farewell maw'idah, reminder, and all those things. And we also talked about how the reminder should move the hearts. Sometimes reminders became a philosophical kind of debate, and missing this spiritual touch in our khutbah, in our speech. And also it shows that it is acceptable for people to cry in public when they are moved by the speech. This is not against sincerity. This is not against sincerity. But what is not correct, it's not correct if it's done intentionally, like you're doing it to show off. Okay? And also, ulama debated over crying with sound. Like tears, there's no sound. So nobody really may be noticing it. But to cry with voice, like weeping, okay, would be acceptable. Some people like cry so much, and sometimes even you read stories that people faint and people like reach to break down. Okay. Yes, there is maybe several narrations from the early Muslim generations, from the companions, the successors. They were not very fond of this. And Aisha ibn Mas'ud been reported that once they've been told, so and so, when he read the Quran, he just fall unconscious. And they said this is kind of innovation. This is not how the Prophet ﷺ and the companions used to be, and they didn't recognize this as something good. But I would like to say that I think the most just and fair statement in regard to this issue, because if you read in the book of Riqaq, spirituality, you will find that this is a huge amount, a good number of narrations from great scholars who used to cry, and sometimes they weep, and they will basically, some of them will even fall unconscious. And there is people defend that action. They said, no, that's not what Ibn Mas'ud and Aisha referred to someone showing up. But as it is, no, we have plenty of other narrations that prove otherwise. I really like what Ibn al-Qayyim said about this. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah said, very beautiful, profound point. He said, those who break in tears and fall unconscious, or like start weeping with loud voice, we cannot say that all of them are showing off. We cannot say that. We cannot say all of them insincere. Can we? It's not right, okay? But Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah said, but what we can say for sure, that this is a sign of weakness. قال هذه ليست علامة على الصلاح ورقة القلب بقدر ما هي علامة على ضعف القلب وعدم جمع النفس وعزيمتها. It is not a sign necessarily of extra righteousness, but extra weakness. That he wasn't able to control his emotion. She was not able to control their emotions, their voice.